So today was I was going to the dollar store, and I had just to get a couple things. And while I was in there, I came across a man. His name is Steve. And for any of you who don't know my area, Steve is one of what he's one of the local homeless guys. And just a little bit of backdrop on this person. My mother actually graduated with him, and he was one of the smartest and brightest kids in school back then. And just through some bad choices, some missteps. This person, Steve, he got on some chemical dependencies in life, and they kind of hurt his mindset. And Steve's known to have these crazy tangents where he'll just talk out of thin air about nothing, and if you don't know him, you just absolutely wouldn't know what to think. And if you ever listen to his stories, he owns everything, and he could have bought Amazon, he could own Google, everything from being a member of the FBI to suing famous country singers for property he has in Kentucky. I mean, the chemical dependencies that he's had in his life and that he's gotten hooked on in the past have really had that kind of an impact. But I ran into the dollar store today, and I came across Steve, and natural reaction is most people around just kind of walk by, because you really don't know what you're going to get with someone like Steve. It might be a simple hey, or it may be an in your face, I know what you're doing kind of uncomfortable situation. So I get my stuff, and I'm going out of the dollar store, and I hear Steve just start, hey, and then I hear him call out the name of my former employer, and I knew right then that's what he always called me. He called me by that name. And so I stopped, and I turned around, and I said, hey Steve, what's up, man? He walks up to me and gets about this close. I don't know what to expect, and he says, hey man, would you help out a human being and help give me a ride home? He says, I just got to get my stuff here. And it's right there. I had two choices I could make, and that's what I call the why in our life. Where we can either make one choice, or we can make another. And so here I had Steve right in my face. I have two choices. And I'm going to be honest, my very first humanistic impulse, just tell him that you're not heading in that direction, Levi. You're not going this way. But almost instantaneously, this mindset that I've been working on for the last 2.5 years kicked right in, and it told that other thought, hey, hold on a minute. And without even thinking, I made the decision. I said, okay, Steve. I said, you get your stuff. I'll be out at the car here. I'll wait on you. Steve said, oh, right, thanks, man. I appreciate it. And he started just going off a little bit, and I said, hey, man. I said, just get your stuff rung up, and I said, I'll get you home. Because if I didn't, it was kind of cool out today. He walks all over town. And so I thought, I'll give him a ride home. So I'm walking out to my car, and there's a part of me saying, oh my gosh, what are you doing, Levi? He's very unstable, man, and you're going to let him get in your car. You don't know what he's going to do. But that other part of myself, the part I've been working on for over 2 years now, it said, listen, what would you want if you were in that situation? And I said, man, I'd want to ride. Especially if it's cold, it's sleeting, it's drizzling. We're having a late snowfall in spring. And I said, this is a good thing. So I went and I cleared some stuff out on my seat from a meeting I had this morning. And I got to tell you, I stood out there and I waited. And Steve pushed his cart out there with his grocery sacks in it. And he left his shopping cart at the corner of the sidewalk. He put stuff in my back seat and climbed in the front seat. Being me, I always have this habit at the dollar store uptown. I always bring shopping carts in. A lot of folks bring them outside and they just leave them. And one day I saw an employee there that didn't really feel well. They was outside in a 0-degree temperature trying to bring in 4 shopping carts. And I just have made that decision then. Whenever I see them outside, I don't care where I have to walk. If it's across the parking lot, I'm going to take those shopping carts in. So I told Steve, I said, hey man, I said, give me a second, I'll be right back. Here I was, letting this person stay in my car to take shopping cart back. But it's where I had faith. I had absolute faith that it was going to be okay. I wanted to feel good about what I was doing, and I was doing it for something other than myself. And see, that was the great thing. I was going to give someone a ride. I was taking a shopping cart back in. Gratitude, appreciation, giving back to others. And I come back out and I get in my car, and Steve is just sitting there going on about how he owns this property in Tennessee, and starts telling me about how he knows how many CDs are in each bank in town. And I mean, his motor is literally running 100 miles an hour, and he's shaking his fingers and he's just talking. And never in a million years would I have thought this person would be sitting in my car. But that's the great thing about taking ourselves out of our own ego, out of our own existence. And even if it's just one time doing something that can make a difference for somebody else. So just be good spirited. I listened, and I just acknowledged him as if I listened. I had my son. And as we pulled up to the park, I say that Steve's homeless, and I say that because really if you saw where he lived, you would be just absolutely grateful wherever it is. This is an old dilapidated shack that's find out someone to help him. Maybe there's something out there that can help him.
You told yourself a lie,
mindset,
thinking it all
setbacks that he's had. Maybe help
make
him
it alright.
to help his life.
But you've been worse and don't come back. You must be worth something, if only for that. And I know the exit hatch. The taste of escape is too sweet to go back. It's part fight, part still unknown.
At that moment, I could
But I
have said,
think I can feel it
I could have
letting me
I could
go.
have said, oh man, I'm not going that way. Then I would have had to come home, realize I caught him. And I really think that in this life,
Don't even speak these things aloud.
now, I don't
They
want to
lose all their senses, they tumble out. And after it lifts their plane down there, a throwaway mask on a cheap film set. But there is the bare nerve ending shake. A will turns to dust as the bearings break. All tangled up inside synaptic flash, falling apart under the weight of the air. Sometimes all of the light in the world goes out. Sometimes all of the light in the world goes out. Sometimes all of the light in the world goes out. Sometimes all of the light in the world goes out.
Here's the thing. Right before I pulled away, Steve looked at me out of
You
nowhere, just
told
stopped
yourself
him,
a
chipper
lie,
with lack of a better
and
word.
thinking
he
it
said,
over
I appreciate
will
it.
make it alright. But you've
You couldn't write
been
me a
worse
check
and don't come
to make
back.
me feel as good as I did right now.
You must be
Because
worth
what you think,
something,
guys,
if only
he
for
was very
that.
coherent right now.
And I
made him
know the exit
So,
hatch.
What I
The
want to encourage
taste
you,
of
no matter
escape
where you're
is
at,
too sweet to go back.
you come to an opportunity. Now, some of my videos here
Part
lately been
fight,
talking about
part
why
still
you can go
unknown.
one way or the other.
But I think
Really
I can
evaluate
feel.
who are you really inside is going to determine which road you take at that why. Towards the positivity, towards the honesty, towards the giving, or the other, which isn't really so much of any of those. I want to encourage you to give with your heart and put faith that things will be okay even if you don't know the situation that well. I didn't know, honestly, driving him home, I had no idea how safe I was going to be. Anybody that lives around my hometown will know who I'm talking about and know that, oh my gosh, you didn't. Yeah, I did. But I had faith. And everything turned out fine. I knew that it would be fine. I just want to encourage you to jump to the right conclusion and just really take the reward, because on top of every decision we make, when we step outside of our comfort zone, when we step out of that box of comfort, I can't explain it, but the reward on the other side is very real. So I just wanted to take a second today and encourage you guys to do that. And just want to thank you for taking the time to